Right, we shift from results to commodities. Manisha's here. Manisha, what's the big commodity today?
Well, it's big event really, Lata. And it seems like the year is starting today because there's so much that's happening in the markets today itself. Well, starting with the Trump inauguration. And ahead of that, we are looking at slightly subdued markets. The volumes are on the weaker side, and so is the price reaction as well. And the second thing is that you have the U.S. markets shut today on account of Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So that tells you that this is an added reason that there's not going to be too much volumes. So that is the reason we are looking at very, minor price moves in the market there. But apart from that, we also saw China come out with its data. China has seen or kept 1-year PLR and 5-year prime lending rates unchanged. Remember, the Chinese yuan is trading at a 16-week close, and we have seen that one continue to decline. It's actually down by 3% since Trump was elected in the month of November. So markets will watch out for on what Trump does in sense of tariffs, immigrations, taxes, and deregulations as well. There's a lot of conversation around that, and the markets do believe that much of this could be inflationary as well. But we haven't seen that kind of a confidence come in for gold either today. So today seems to be a difficult day where the markets are dealing with data, events, and of course a holiday in the US markets there. But I do want to start with the crude oil prices because we've seen 4 weeks of constant gains into this one. Last week was about percentage point of a gain, but even with that, we are trading at around 5-month highs for the crude oil prices. Well, for this one, the global diesel prices, refining margins also have continued to run up. And the reason for that is because the US has sanctioned 100 tankers and 2 major oil companies in Russia. That really seems to be keeping the prices where they are. In the metals as a sector, we're looking at some profit taking coming in for copper. We did see prices run up quite strongly. So when you look at this year, the New York copper prices are up by 8% and LME copper is up by 5%. Today, we're trading a percentage point on the lower side, but this is ahead of the what Trump could do on the first day of his office itself. I also want to take you through aluminum because there's more gains that we've seen into this one. Last year, aluminum prices gained up by nearly 6.5%. This year, we've seen 4% of gains in the previous week itself, and aluminum is up 9% in this year. There are reports that European Union is set to sanction imports of primary alumina from Russia. There, in any case, have been lower supplies from key producers, and that is keeping the prices higher. China did produce a record 44 million tons of aluminum in the last year. 45 million is their cap, and an expectation that you could be looking at lower production in this year also seems to be keeping the prices supported. But as I said, the volumes are lower, the price movement not so much, and today is a US holiday as well. So most of the action really would be seen in the markets tomorrow.
Point taken, Manisha. A lot of action can be expected tomorrow depending on what the president-designate says in the swearing-in. A raft of announcements cannot be ruled out since they've been preparing for so long.